I am particularly happy that I've got this opportunity to be able to explain certain occurrences and assumptions that have occurred, particularly in Orungo County during this period of campaigning. In the course of last week up to about yesterday, there have been a series of incidents involving defacing of electioneering material. I can quote about 3 incidents. One incident occurred towards the beginning or towards the end of last week in a place called Amaret in Ogola sub-county. In the course of this week, on Sunday, an incident occurred in a place called Kona Kilak in Akeriao sub-county. And only 2 or so days ago, another incident occurred in a place called Arubela in Akeriao sub-county. In all the 3 incidents I have indicated, individuals, mainly young people, were involved in defacing electioneering material, particularly election posters. The incident that occurred on Sunday in Konakilak occurred much late at about 6:37 p.m. I was not there myself, but I was rung at about 7 p.m. by one of the inhabitants in Konakilak that there was a possibility of a very serious confrontation between supporters of General Jeje Odongo and supporters of Teddy Anyuk, which confrontation had been occasioned by defacing of electioneering posters of General Odongo Jeje by assumed supporters of Teddy Anyuk. As a result of the likely confrontation which had started to take place by some of the people involved fighting, the person who rang my security detail indicated that there was likely an expansion of this confrontation because some people were now saying we must defend ourselves, and they were running to their houses to bring pangas. So he was concerned we could lose a life. And so I was then informed my security detail, and out of concern to save life, I sent them to make sure that this confrontation does not escalate. And thank to God, they arrived in time, and indeed, they saved the situation. Interestingly, I think 3 or 4 individuals were arrested. They were taken to police. But what is important is that life was saved and the confrontation was averted. The next morning, I went myself to the police station. I met the DPC at the police station. We interviewed the individuals who were involved in this confrontation and had been arrested. The defaced electioneering materials were on the site. A t-shirt was torn. Election posters were torn. The DPC was of the view that those who had been involved in this, the law should take its course. I appeal to the DPC that the people, the children who had been arrested were children under the influence of alcohol, and they had been used to do this. I felt as an elder in the area that the most appropriate action was to talk to these children, explain to them that what they were doing was wrong, and they be let free to go back to their homes. And that is exactly what happened. The second incident, which happened about 3 days ago, I was not involved, neither was my security detail involved. But I got to learn that posters belonging to my campaign were again defaced. The police from a Kiriau police post acted and arrested 4 individuals. Yesterday, as I was going for my rally, I met the DPC coming from the scene of this incident, and he was carrying 4 individuals who had been arrested for the offense of defacing election materials. My appeal is that much as these individuals broke the law by defacing electioneering materials, I am aware that they did so not out of their own volition, but they were influenced by certain individuals to do so. I would like, therefore, to appeal to the security agencies, one, to increase the vigilance to prevent incidents of this kind. But in this particular case, knowing that the people involved were merely influenced, I would like to appeal to the security agencies, particularly to the police, to forgive these children with a caution that they should not accept to be used or involved in actions of this nature. It is very sad, it is very painful that young children are being used to break the law. And I would like to appeal also to those who are mobilizing these children, because I think they are now known individuals who are doing this. I would like to appeal to them. Please, please do not misuse these children. Do not cause these children to break the law. Let these children remain as useful citizens of the society in a manner that will be beneficial to themselves and to their households. This is my appeal, and this is what I know and want to say about what has happened in the past week or so.